Akerley, and we're going to be talking to you a little bit about our past 3 years at the Farm to Fork Fellowship and what that's looked like. I'm actually going to start by talking about that very first day at Farm to Fork and what it was like for me. So it was way back in June of 2016. It was hot and bright, so we sat under a shade tent on 5-gallon buckets, trying to understand Hannah as she tried to explain to us what potential that field had. How one day it would be home to a 30 by 96 foot hoop house, an outside plot, and hundreds of vegetables. I remember staring wide-eyed, nodding my head, and trying to look convinced. But I also remember the potential saw in not just the program, but in us. Hannah has told us about the times people have questioned her decision to work with young people, specifically our generation. The doubts people have had in our ability to work hard, especially in the agricultural field. She never listened, of course, but what if she had? Not only do we have one hoop house, but we are currently constructing a second. We have a whole other outside growing plot and boatloads of vegetables, never mind all of the goals and plans we have for the future. And we could just say our crew did it ourselves, with the help of the Cornucopia community, of course. And that is what this organization is about, putting faith in the young people of the world, teaching and encouraging instead of simply dismissing out of lost hope. Without Cornucopia, I wouldn't have had the courage to find my values, to stand up in front of thousands at the State House to speak out about change I wanted to see in the world, to continue running for class president and to essentially be myself. And I would have lost hope if Hannah hadn't consistently encouraged us that everything is hard before it gets easy. I am amazed when I look back at my last 3 years of the program to see what young people can accomplish when you tell us that we can. It has been a wonderful, chaotic, beautiful last 3 years, and I am both excited and terrified to move on. But thanks to this program and the empowering women involved, such as Hannah, Karen, and of course Kim Schilling, I know I am readily prepared.
I'm going to try and put into words what this program has done for me. On the surface, the Farm to Fork program is a farming program for high school students. But in reality, it's a home, a support system, and a life-changing experience. I'm sure everyone can remember what being in high school is like. It's a time of figuring out who you want to be and being terrified of how people will judge that person. For me, Farm to Fork has been a place where I have been able to show my true self unapologetically and fully. I've been able to become comfortable with myself and disregard any stereotypes. I feel proud to strut around town covered in mud because I've been working hard building a greenhouse for the second time. Farm to Fork has been a transformative experience of overcoming self-doubt, pushing my comfort zones, and building an amazing safe space with my peers. Through open conversations and group vulnerability, myself, as well as everyone in this program, has grown as a person right before my eyes. Farm to Fork has helped me form who I am today, someone I never thought I could be. I feel strong when I swing a sledgehammer, and I will proudly show anyone my blisters from doing so. From growing with kin in the elementary school program, to building a greenhouse with Hannah and talking business strategy with Karen, I have had amazing female role models in this program. I have no doubts about the huge role Cornucopia has played in my life thus far and will continue to play in the future. As I leave this program, I'm very grateful and emotional. I cannot feel a sense of loss, however, when I have grown so much throughout this program that it will always be within me. Thank you.
Well, so that's a great story, but I want to mention also